Let's go ahead and build the T2 Legion shipyard and just see what we're dealing with here. It's a cool looking building. Get this building out of the way. I want to really appreciate how good this new building looks. Costs 3,100, 10,000 energy, so typical T2 stuff. We have a full roster of T2 boats. I'm curious to see how these are. The fast attack submarine. Just kind of want to compare these to the core and other kind of like counterparts here. All right, let's just get some little comparison going here. All right. Cluster bombardment. I do kind of want to see how the build stuff, what the build cost looks like as well, but we'll just keep it simple for now.
You are wasting energy.
We'll just keep the comparison now real simple. Legion versus core. So this is the Legion T2 shipyard. It's pretty nice looking building. It's got a little coil there. It's a pretty, like a little nice looking coil. And then let's see what happens when we tell it to make its first boat. Let's make a couple nanos. Kind of want to see it actually produce some stuff. Let's tell it to make a boat. Let's go with the T2 Con. It's 709,000. That's roughly the same as this. Yeah, so the T2 Con, same price as the other stuff. 709,000. So as it's building, it's got these little nano turrets move up and down as it's going. It's kind of nice. The little sub is being built underwater, I guess. I don't see it. It's actually not showing up there. Oh, here it is. Well, here it is, but it's not like materializing slowly. That's weird. Maybe there, yeah, it just appeared. Okay, so there might be a little glitch in how that one goes. The one that's above the surface worked, but it looked like the T2 sub kind of, so that one worked. The naval engineer, these other guys are going, but like the T2 sub kind of acted funny. Let's see if the fast assault sub also acts funny when it's being built. Like this is the Gatling gun cruiser. That's gonna be cool. Okay, this is very cool. So yeah, there's something, just the shipyard's got a little glitch where the subs are appearing too deep underwater. It's not a huge deal, but it's just like a graphical. It might matter if you're attacking the yard. You might not be able to hurt the boat. Let's go over these new boats here. We got a couple things to check out here. Fast attack sub 1,000. Yeah, okay, so these fast attack subs are very pricey compared to their counter. Oh, it's working this time. The sub's coming out correctly. The sub looks correct. It didn't glitch. The sub didn't glitch. Let's go with this one again. I want to see the advanced cons. Oh, it's working. What? Now it's broken. Whoa. It was working and then it broke. Look at that. It's working. And then it teleports. Okay, not that big. It's a little weird. Hybrid radar jammer ship. So this sub works fine. It might teleport away, but this fast assault sub for 1,000 metal. That's like a very expensive fast assault sub. This fast assault sub is 730, 1400, DPS 159. This one is DPS 180, speed 72, speed 84. So a little, almost like this sub is a hybrid between the Predator and the Kraken. So this is kind of your Predator plus Kraken type sub, 600 range. That's going to be interesting. This one here has 400 and 850. So yeah, it's like a hybrid. It'll outrange the fast subs, but it also is slower. We'll have to see how that behaves. The hybrid radar jammer ship's pretty neat. 450. So I have a feeling this ship can be Juno'd. We'll have to test that. I have a feeling it can be Juno'd though. So let's make a Juno. Let's go ahead and throw down a Juno because I want to test that.
You are wasting energy.
450 Okay, so 450 for a radar and jammer. This one is 280. So this is a radar jammer ship, and then you have this for the mobile anti-nuke. Jam range 900. This thing has a jam range of 650, so it's shorter jam range, and the radar's 1850. So this is interesting. This is expensive. So jammers you can't really spam. I mean, if you're spamming jammers, it's going to cost you more. And they take a lot of energy to run. And this thing is super slow. This is really bad. I don't like how slow this is. This is really bad. I mean, it's crawling. I bet you that's going to cause trouble in a game. Like, because this jammer radar ship, you're going to like, if you're keeping it with your fleet, you're not going to be able to run away. So, yeah, I think the other 36, that's really slow. What is this speed? 40. And then what is this speed? 45. So, yeah, this is going to get caught. Like, I don't know how you're going to use this, but this is going to be a liability for sure in a battle. The fast attack subs are 72 speed versus this is like 57 speed, and these subs are 57, and this sub is 85 range 500, 57 range 500. So these actually have a speed of 72 and range 600. So you could technically maybe kite, I don't know what the sonar 500. Yeah, so you probably could kind of defeat orcas with these solo. So like that, if you micro these should be able to kill the other subs without taking loss. So that's an interesting new spin on things. Yeah, so the subs are going to be interesting. They definitely could be. You can use micro to out micro the other factions T1 subs. Not so much the T2 because they're faster and cheaper, so they can just kind of kamikaze into these. I don't like the hybrid jammer radar ship. I have a feeling I'm going to hate this unit. It's going to be a liability, but you know, Legion's kind of like the strong faction that won't be mobile. Let's look at this anti-air Gatling ship. Okay, I mean, this is just like the other anti-air boats. 1,000, 1,200. This is also 1,000, 1,200. These are really good for taking out single targets, but also like this will make dragons really hard to deal with. Like you can just kill dragons with this ship. It's got that like super fast shooting. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see how well it does against the dragon.
Enemy units spotted. Aircraft spotted. Tech 2 units spotted.
So let's do a quick comparison. Legion versus Court. Here's our test. Let's see how well these guys perform. Let's just see if this one does any good. And advanced air Gatling ship.
Units under attack.
Both of these versus a dragon. They're missing a lot of shots, actually.
Unit lost.
Okay, so apparently this one does quite better. I don't know why. Has it got more health? It almost took the dragon out. And this one did not almost take the dragon out. So these are a little better for single target. Seems like they can handle the dragon a little better. 3,900, and this one has 3,900. I don't know what happened with that fight. Something weird with the other dragon. Maybe it was just shooting better. Okay, well that was that test. Just moving on. Let's see the anti-nuke 1,400, 1,200, and then that should cost less than the support ship because the support ship has radar. 1,400, 1,200. So 1,400, 1,400, and 1,200, and then let's make one of those. I don't get it. It's like, okay, so it's an anti-nuke drone carrier ship. So it gives you drones instead of radar. It's got drones. So that's an interesting spin on things. So they definitely are doing some neat things with this. Like the fact that this is a drone carrier ship and it has a lot of drones is pretty neat. It still makes the 300 energy. Just like this guy also makes the I know that same 300 energy. Okay, let's see what these drones actually do. So like this shouldn't have a gun. It should just fire the drones off. Yeah, so it's got a swarm of 5. It looks like 6 drones total. It's got like 6 little pads and 6 drones. It's a pretty cool looking boat as well. It's a cool looking boat. as the 6 drones, and then they land. That's pretty legit cool. Very cool. All right. So 6 drones gives vision. All right. And they can get surround damage. But yeah. So that's what you lose. You lose the radar. You're going to have to build this extra boat here with your fleet that is really slow. I don't know what I think of that yet. You might even have to build the little radar ship just to have some sort of radar. 1200 versus this has a radar of 1850. Is this jammer Juno proof? That's the next test. Let's hit the jammer with the Juno and see what happens. I want to see if this boat is Juno proof. If it's Juno proof, that's going to be pretty big. That's going to be important. If the Juno kills it, this boat is so useless. But if it survives the Juno... Oh, okay. So we're taking damage and the jammer is shut off. So if you Juno it, it shuts the jammer off, but not anymore. Only for a little bit. Okay, I want to try one more thing. If we hit the Juno, and it's not in the Juno, I want to see what happens if we drive through the Juno. If we drive through the Juno, does it make a difference? Jammer's on. Will this turn off the jammer? No, so if you hit it with the Juno, you turn it off, but it does survive a Juno, so that's pretty good. So basically, you can Juno it and disable the jammer for a little bit, and then it comes right back on. Let's just hit it one more time directly. But that's kind of good. That means that's gonna be annoying. Okay, so this jammer boat's kind of cool now because it's basically unkillable. It's an unkillable jammer with 36 speeds, super slow, but you literally can't kill it. You can Juno it and it shuts the radars off too. Is it the radar and the jammers off? Yeah, it shuts both the radar and the jammer off for a little bit, but it comes right back online. So that's really important to know. All right, so we've gone over the top 4 boats. Let's see what's going on here. Long-range battle sub. So I was wrong. They do have a long-range battle sub that's more expensive. 1900, 2900, and this one is 1900, 2900. Let's compare this to the Cortex long-range sub and see how it compares. It's good to know that. So this has more speed, but it's good to know that this is Juno proof, mostly Juno proof. All right, so this is the long-range battle sub, 1900, 2900, and then this one also 1900, 2900. Let's see what the difference is. We have 206 versus 206. Same range. Okay, this is like the same. These are the same boat. They're both stealthy, which is kind of interesting. They're both stealthy. I don't know if that matters. I think Sandberger would be able to answer that question. 39. They are the same boat though. They're basically the same boat. I'm looking. I'm not seeing any difference. It's the same. Okay. Okay. This boat. I love this boat. I love this boat. This is a throwback to Supreme Commander right here. This right here is a throwback. This boat is already my favorite unit in the game. It can completely suck, and I love it. Holy moly, this boat just won my heart. Also, cheaper than the regular Battleship by a considerable amount. 3,300, 2,200, 3,400, 2,300. So 3,400, 2,300, 8,000 health. This also has 8,000 health, 2,900, 21,000. So this is a cheaper boat. And it's cheaper. It has DPS 800. This is DPS lower than 800. This probably shoots real cannons. Let's just take a look at it. I mean, let's check the range. 750. What's the range here? 950. Okay, so it's a little outclassed by the regular Battleship, but 800, 750, reload 2.7. I mean, this is just the DPS. It's interesting. Speed of 25. Okay, it's quite slow. It's actually slower than the jammer ship, so that's good to know. Speed 25. What's this speed? Speed is 53. So this thing is slow, and it also has less range. So unfortunately, if you're playing with this unit, you're slower and your range is less. So you can get kited forever by this battleship. Less HP also. So this thing is cheaper, slower, and can get kited forever. Also, it's got a gun on the back. Does that matter? The heck? So it's got little light guns as well. Okay, let's go on land. Let's do it. Let's do it. F7. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. I love this boat. Oh my gosh, I have to play this boat. Oh, that is a winner right there. That is a winning unit. Oh my gosh, it's a crab boat and it climbs on land. This boat is amazing. I have to see this boat in action in a game. This thing is amazing. We're gonna have to play against the AI or something. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but this boat is so good. I love it. I completely love this boat. All right, let's go back in the water. Let's see what's our land speed? Does he lose any speed? Speed 25. Okay, it loses some speed when it comes on the land. Let's watch it go back in the water. Let's watch it get in the water here. And we're a boat again. How cool is that? Speed was at 25. Now speed is a little faster. Speed's always 25. Okay. Speed doesn't change. Speed, it's a slow boat, but it's water or land. Is it actually going 25 here though? Feels slower on land. Let's see if it accelerates any when it gets in the water. It's definitely faster in the water. Okay, it's a lot faster in the water. So it's not 25 on land. It slows down when it goes onto the land, so it's quite slow on land. All right, we are building the long-range cluster plasma bombardment ship. We also have a combat flagship I want to check out. Okay, let's check out this combat flagship. Okay, this is cute. It's like a little baby flag. It costs 1,600. Yeah, I want to check this guy out, but it's like a little baby flag. It does not have ridiculous range, 700 range. It's got a rail gun, it looks like. Okay, it's pretty cool. So it's kind of like a Sol Invictus boat. It's quite cool. Little Sol Invictus boat at the end of the day. Yeah, I'll have to check it out in combat. The little Sol Invictus boat looks quite legit. It's actually got a dual heat ray for closer stuff. Pretty neat. I wonder if I give it another target also. Will it actually hit both sides? Yeah, it can shoot in all directions, kind of interesting at least. Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right, cool. So it has a couple features there. I like it. I want to see this in action. Okay, and then we have, this is the long-range plasma cluster. So this is kind of the basically you got range for 700 in order to compete with the Battleship, which has a range of 950. This thing here has I guess a couple ranges, a 1,000 range railgun and an 800 range super heat ray gun. While the normal Battleship has 950. So this should be this is kind of like the Battleship, but it's super expensive. So this is kind of their equivalent of a Battleship. And this is the Legion like flagship equivalent, but it's a long range kind of unit. It's probably going to shoot. Yeah, it shoots really far. It might have some other guns as well. The Legion units are really neat. So it's got a... I mean, we'll just have to try it. It's basically the Legion equivalent of a flagship, but it doesn't have the crazy stats. 22,000 health. What is this health? 48,000 health. What are these alternative healths?
Flagship ready.
This is a 11,000 health. This is a 53,000 health. 50,000. Good grief. So 50,000, 53,000. This one has 48,000. So this kind of probably beats this in a fair fight, though. If they get close enough, this guy probably just wipes them out. Speed at 63, and this one has a speed of 54. So this one's a little faster than the flagship. This one has a speed of 50. So this is a battle flagship, and it can get in range, but it's going to take a hammering before it gets there. We're going to have to do some test rail with this. But this is the plasma cannon boat. It also has a closer range thing, so it looks like it's got smaller plasma. This thing is just rains fire. This is a pretty cool unit. I'm excited. Like, this thing shoots so many different types of ordnance. It's very cool. Let's see if this has any AA capability. Just fly a scout plane on reap. Just put a scout thing.
Spotted.
Oh, how much damage is that doing? It's not hitting that hard. Let's actually keep hitting this commander. It's got a good speed of 54. That's pretty fast. Yeah, I think a lot of this will be interesting just to see. Okay, so this railgun is good at shooting aircraft, but not like awesome. How long till it kills a dragon? What happens if you fight it with a dragon? Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, right? All right, so... yeah, combat flagship, long range, bombardment, vessels, kind of neat. These are really cool, but they're going to be really bad in fair fights. So Legion's going to have a very weird T2, because you get outclassed by the enemy battleships. I can tell that right away, but you can also amphib attack really well, so that's going to be neat. We have Gatling gun cruisers. I'm kind of curious how these are, and missile cruisers. Missile cruisers look very... okay, so first let's just check out. So this is the cruiser. How does a cruiser compare to the other cruiser? I mean, we might have to just start testing out some potential battle tests here. Let's just test this versus core. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Let's make some core T2 units. Let's just do cruiser tests. 4 of these versus 4 Gatling cruisers. 6,300, 5,000, 6,000. All right, so we'll do... shoot, this boat's gonna shoot at them. We're gonna need to repair these.
Metal extractor lost.
All right, these are the normal cruisers. I also want to see how subs handle. I think a lot of this will just have to be tested in game, though. Let's see how well these cruisers handle a sub. This will be my simulated 6,300. I have a feeling these just kind of drop depth charges like everything else. They probably just do the depth charges like everything else. Yeah, they just do depth charges like everything else. I don't know if they seek or not. We're gonna just go over this, just this little fight here. 6,000 versus 6,000. We have 6,300 versus 6,000. Alright, pull back. Let's just see how this goes. So let's just see. Let's just see. Why are we not shooting real guns, though? They're not shooting the real guns.
Lost.
I don't know what's going on here. These guys aren't... they don't have the energy? What's happening? Put an aphis somewhere. These guys aren't shooting. Wait, have these always been energy? Wait, I never realized that core cruisers don't shoot non-lasers. Oh, I did not realize that. Well, the core cruisers wiped the floor against the Legion cruisers. They completely wiped the floor against the Legion cruisers. Let me just try battleships. I mean, I already know what's gonna happen, but we'll do 4 battleships over here. We'll do like whatever the equivalent in battleships is. It's gonna be like 5. All right. Wait, what's going on with these missile cruisers? These are neat. How does the missile cruiser for Legion look? It's the same cost as the Armada one, but it just shoots 5 rockets in the first place. It doesn't split them up like the other guy does. Yeah, it's just firing as one burst, where the Armada or these other guys, same 2,000, 10,000. These are 2,000, 10,000. So like, it's not much difference. These guys shoot a single charge that splits up into a couple, and this one just clusters into a couple. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna ultimately be different, but it's neat. Okay, so we've kind of gone over everything. Let's do one more battle. I want to take these hybrid ships and just see how they kind of fight. Here we go. We got 17,000, and over here we got 20,000. All right, let's just leave you behind. All right, we'll do 17,000 versus 17,000. It's like this. I mean, these guys should just instant win. Let's try something here. What is this? What is this? This is the battleship. No. Watch this. These guys are gonna. Let's have these guys start kiting.
Units
Do they have time to kite? Do they have time to kite? Let's see how big of a difference it makes if these guys just chase. Let's say these guys chase and these guys run away. These guys should just be able to kite forever. Basically, they'll never catch them because their speed is 60. Speed is 53, and these have a speed of 25. Okay, I don't believe these speeds because now I'm realizing that was the land speed and there's a water speed that's different.
Lost.
These are fast enough to catch, so that's huge. I think 25 is the land speed. There might be like a water speed. Let's see if we can find those stats. So let's go back here and just open up this boat again. Can we get the speed on land? It's not telling me the speed. Okay, here we go. 65. Okay, so it's 65. I was wrong. It says here speed 25, but actually the speed of the boat is at 65 when I click it here. 65, and this boat has a speed of 53, and it also says 53. So this is 53. This is 65, and then when you go onto land, it's gonna change to 25. Okay, so we're on land, and it's going to be 25 speed. Yep, so that's exactly what happens. So 65 or 25, so that's important to note. So it's not as slow in the water. It's actually going pretty fast. It can catch the other battleships, but these battleships are going to be pretty superior combat-wise versus this. But maybe you can still get in range and kill them. So, like, this is basically... It's like destroyer versus frigate, maybe? Let's see if the theory is correct. Let's just do a fight where they just stupidly fight each other. So we're going to make the battleships again. Let's make let's
Enemy
just do
units detected.
let's do like 9 battleship, sure, and then this one we'll do like a bunch of battleships here. Let's get them all into position here. There you go. Let's just do 20k. Let's do 20k versus 20k. That's 46k. We'll divide by 2. $20k versus 20k. Okay, so here we go. 20k. And 20k. Perfect. Let's just do a nice little broadside fight and see how they fight. Let's see how they do. You guys can all pull back or go over here. Like, everything that's not part of this test goes
Metal
over
extractor
here.
lost.
All right, let's do the test here. 20k. 20k. Let's say they fight stupidly. Who wins? Who wins?
Units
I think
under
they should win the
attack.
fight in a stupid fight because they get in range. These guys are supposed to kite. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. If we do a stupid fight, who wins? So far, I think the core battleships are still doing good. So these boats are pretty severely outclassed. I have a feeling core just wins in these scenarios. Maybe once you start bringing in the other boats, the support boats, it gets better. But just raw firepower, the core boats are gonna win. Yeah, just from a raw firepower standpoint, maybe the strat is you try to rush out like one of these guys because they're not like 20,000. Like these other flagships are obnoxiously expensive. Like the difference between 20,000 and 12,000 is pretty huge. So you might be able to make one of these long range cluster ships and then just try to kite with it while you got all your other boats trying to protect it from the chaff. And then maybe you make one of these. Like you could 16k is so expensive. You're not going to rush out a flagship 16k. I don't think that's going to work. Let's test the flagship though. Let's just do a test. Flagship versus flagship. It better win. That's what I have to say to that. Let's do
Enemy
core
units
flagship.
detected.
Okay, core flagship
Flagship detected.
versus...
Metal extractor lost.
Oh, first of all, let's do this. Let's do core flagship versus... let's just have this fight. So you're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. And you just guys gonna just trade. Oh, stop shooting that stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's the flagship. We're gonna start fighting
Units
these
under
flagships. Yeah, see, the range difference is pretty big. But like, let's say you're having a fight here. This guy should just body this guy once he gets into range. Let's see though. Let's see how it goes. We already lost a quarter of our health. Let's try to run away with this flagship to keep advantage. Yeah, you're not getting away from this. This guy's just gonna eat you alive once he gets in range. But I mean, it's just like it's good for fighting enemy flagships. Yeah, I mean, this boat is cooked. Your only hope is not getting close. This guy just munched on that flagship. Yeah, but it's a melee range flagship. Of course it's gonna do that. Let's try the long range battle of the long range flagships. Here's the like the long range cluster plasma versus a flagship. It's a lot cheaper, so maybe we get two of these. Maybe we get two of these to be fair. This is a total of 20k. Let's just see, and we'll have them stagger just to be fair. Just have them stagger the fight.
Metal extractor.
Here you go. This will be
lost.
good. This will be good. We'll like just have this boat just kind of fight, come into fighting with this other boat. It's like this. So he's just gonna chill here, and these two boats are gonna attack him, basically. I think it's gonna be best for this boat to engage at like the range where the inner circle, basically. And the speed of this boat is at 54. The speed of this boat is at 50. So this boat should be able to kite at this kind of optimal range, like this optimal engagement range. Because like you get close, this flagship's gonna, you know, start doing extra damage. So you can fight these guys at kind of the inner circle and have both guns firing, and then this guy here is gonna try to like, you know, do his work. He should be targeting this boat, but I don't have a way to force it to. But it doesn't really matter. These two boats are bodying this other boat. You could actually have this guy like try to catch him, but they're faster, so you can just stay at optimal range. And yeah, these boats are really good, I think. Yeah, these boats kill the flagship as like a late game. This boat is really good. If they're making flagship and you spam these, you're gonna win. So that's good to know. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, so these boats are really strong compared to the flagship. And what else do we have? Yeah, I think that's kind of covers the roster. Let me pause this for a minute. Be right back. I just wanted to summarize some of my conclusions about the Legion T2 Navy. It seemed like their units are kind of aimed for like being a little weaker than the core counterparts in, you know, similar fights, but they have some really high, like they're really strong on the high end. These this Corinth is just completely like it outclasses the flagship per metal, and it's a little squishier, but it's a long range boat, so it's actually, I think it's superior to the flagship after you've won C. Like this boat is just nasty. So this thing is going to be nasty after you win C, and it's just really good for kiting and stuff. So I think late game Legion compositions, you're going to want this boat in there while you're fighting, because this thing is just killer. The jamming boat not dying to Juno is very good, because like, let me just kind of show you. If we do the alternative, I'm making
Enemy
the
units detected.
this guy, we're gonna Juno it. This thing will die to a Juno. The melee flagship, I'm curious to see if this is gonna get any use at all, because if I'm playing Navy as Legion and the other team has a flagship, I'm gonna build this to blast their flagship from a safe distance. This right here, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know what that's going to be good for. It also kills flagship. So basically the Legion Navy has two ways to kill a flagship, but we'll see. I think this is just better. These hybrid battleships are very interesting. I'm curious to see how they turn out. Just like attacking people with these battleships on land is going to be so fun. I just can't wait. I think I'm going to start my stream a little early today just to get some of this testing in, because this thing is super legit cool. I don't know if it's good, but it's so cool. I'm excited. I'm going to give it some tries now. All right, that's it.